Thank you, Jay. It's now been more than a year and a half since Russia invaded Ukraine. Today, the conflict continues between two of the world's largest agricultural producers. In tonight's Your Money Matters, how the ongoing war is still impacting the ag industry here at home.
I feel like what Putin has done in Russia has largely been something that is in the form of weaponizing food in the overall global sphere.
Ukraine is one of the world's top producers and exporters of grains and sunflower seed oil. It's one of the first industries Russia attacked in their invasion.
Early on in the war, we knew that they were going to shut down the Black Sea.
Kip Tom was the U.S. ambassador to the UN for Food and Agriculture and has worked extensively to get Ukraine's ag exports out to northern Africa during the war.
Today, obviously, we know that doesn't even work because Putin's went as far as hitting the ports there on the Danube River on the Ukrainian side.
It's had a major impact on ag markets across the globe, not only from fewer Ukrainian exports, but also the slowdown on trade with Russia.
We soon discovered, because of the Ukrainian war, how reliant we were on the globalization to supply the U.S. agricultural production system with the critical inputs we need to produce crops.
We import a majority of our fertilizer, the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash. Almost all of that is imported.
Russia is the world's largest exporter of fertilizer, and when they invaded Ukraine in early 2022, prices in Kettleland soared.
The price of fertilizer has just exploded here in the last couple, 2-3 years. It's come down a little bit kind of from the peak, but it's still higher, much higher than what we would traditionally hope that it would be.
Walt Bone says his family farm near Parker has felt the impact, but thanks to higher prices for corn and soybeans, they've been able to make up for the higher costs of fertilizer. But he'd like to see America's farmers help fill more of the gap made from the ongoing war in Ukraine.
Look at Africa, you look at the other countries that the Ukraine, supplied a majority of their foodstuffs to. Those governments are going to have to make a choice. Are they going to go somewhere else, or are they going to let their people starve?
And Kip Tom says the U.S. does have a large amount of wheat available to export, but because of increased freight and logistic cost here, Russia, the #1 wheat exporter in the world, has actually ended up taking over more of the gap Ukraine's loss has created in the global grain market.